Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, then hello, my name is Lindsay and this is Nerdy Girl Makeup. I love doing reviews of all things nerdy, but I also love supporting indie brands, and that is what we're going to do today. So I spent way too much money and bought almost everything I could find from Beauty Bakerie. So I don't know if you've heard of Beauty Bakerie before. They're not completely new to me. I do own some of their liquid lipsticks. That's how I got into them. You may have seen their Facebook videos where it's like somebody put all the liquid lipsticks on their arm and they're running them underneath some water and they don't come off. Yeah, these are serious. They're no joke. So they actually have more than just liquid lipsticks. I went like a week or so ago and just purchased literally one of almost everything. I will say, disclaimer, I didn't get everything, but I got enough to pretty much do a full face. So I figured this would just be a fun indie cosmetics full face first impression minus the lipstick. And you guys can hopefully get to see what Beauty Bakerie offers because I love introducing new indie brands to you guys. So I'll show you all the items as I get ready to put them on my face, and I'll point out some of the cute little fun, you know, bakery touches as we get through them. Okay, so to start out, I have nothing on my face with the exception of some moisturizer, and that is because I'm gonna try this out. This is their Wake and Bake Baking Oil for Face. Super cute. It just says to gently massage 2 to 3 drops into clean skin. So I went ahead and put moisturizer on, and it's been probably like 20 minutes, so it wasn't super recent, but that's just because I've had really dry skin lately. So I'm going to give this a try. It's got a really cute little dropper. Oh, and it smells really good too. I didn't really know what to expect, being that it's, you know, they're joking around about it being baking oil, but it has like a really refreshing kind of lemony orangey citrus scent. So that's really nice. It'll be nice for using in the morning. So, all right, I'm just going to, do I want to do the Instagram dropper? Why not? Let's do a little Instagram dropping. 1, 2, 3, and I'll do a little fourth one. All right. So it feels really nice. It's very kind of smoothing and hydrating. This is definitely something I'm gonna have to use, you know, a couple of times before I really have a good opinion on it. But yeah, so that is on. I'm gonna let this absorb into the skin a little, and I'm gonna put on my foundation because they do not carry foundation, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I do wanna also mention they just released brand new concealers. I did not purchase any, and that's honestly just because for me, I love this Garnier under eye stick. I like it because my under eyes get really dry, and they tend to, it seems like every concealer I've tried gets very cakey and dry under my eyes. This doesn't, so it's just kind of my tried and true, and it's affordable. So their concealers retail for $20, and since I did spend quite a good bit of money to get all these pieces, I really wasn't in the mood to buy something that I may not really ever use again. I'm gonna go put my concealer and foundation on, and then we will get back to try out what's in this little baggie. Alright, so I've got foundation, concealer, and I went ahead and put my eyelid primer on. Now to set the face. That is where this little guy comes in handy. So this is the Beauty Bakerie Better Not Bitter Flour. It's their setting powder. It's super cute. It actually does come in a jar. It's just, the jar comes inside the bag, and I'm definitely keeping this bag because it's adorable. I'm totally gonna store it like this. It's got nutrition facts. How cute is that? So it's got vegan 100%, gluten 0, paraben 0, lightweight, yes. So cute, and it does actually have the ingredients down here, but I just think this is so adorable. So the setting powders come in 4 different shades. You can get translucent, yellow, pink, and brown, and they all do different things. Obviously, translucent is your traditional translucent setting powder. The one I decided to purchase is the yellow setting powder, and this is kind of meant to help counteract any redness. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I do tend to get a little bit of redness in my cheeks, and because I don't really like full coverage foundations, it sometimes does still kind of tend to show through, especially on camera with all these lights. They also have a pink, which I think was supposed to help with brightening up dullness, and then they also have a brown setting powder. So Beauty Bakerie Cosmetics is not only an indie brand, but they are also a Black-owned indie brand, woman-owned, so 2 really great things going for it. So that's one really nice thing, is they really tend to cater to women of all colors. So we're gonna do the yellow setting powder today. The one thing I really like is it's got a sifter and it closes, so you don't have to worry about it spilling when you're like traveling. So I'm just gonna tap a little bit into the lid. So it is just a yellow setting powder, and I'm just going to use my giant brush that I would normally use for my setting powder and set my face. Okay, so I went ahead and set the face, and I also made sure I put some around my eyes to set my concealer and my primer. I really like it. I do feel like it did kind of help counteract the redness, but overall I don't feel like it made my face look yellow, so that is a good thing. And they did have a bronzing kit, but it is geared a bit more towards a darker skin tone. Like, I could use it probably as a nice eyeshadow palette. That's the one thing I like about their face palettes. They're very versatile. They even kind of advertise them as face, body, eye palettes, because you can put them on your eyes, you can put them on your face, cheeks, whatever you want to do. But for a bronzer, that one wasn't going to work for me, and they did have one that I wanted more, so again, budgeting. So I'm just going to do a quick bronze up and contour with my Butter Bronzer. All right, so the next two things I want to show you are two palettes that I picked up. This one is their brand new eyeshadow palette called Do It for the Gram. So it looks like this. And I have swatched it, so I know I know my fingerprints are all in it. So I did swatch it, I couldn't resist. But you have a lot of really gorgeous metallics, some duochromes, and a few really nice mattes. It is definitely more of a warm tone palette. And then the next thing I got is this palette. It's called Elysees. This is a face and body palette, so when you open it up, it looks like this. Obviously, the main reason I got it was to use as my blush and my highlight. They do have highlighters that are sold separately, and they look like little ice cream pints, but the colors that I really wanted were sold out, and a lot of their colors are sold out. I figured this would be a nice way to get a highlight from them without having to buy, you know, because I think they're $30 or something. That way I wouldn't have to spend $30 on a color that wasn't really what I wanted, because I really wanted like one of the icy ones. So I'm still gonna get one once they go back on sale. But I love these colors. So honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is maybe do a little mixing of these for the eyes. Maybe I'll do kind of like an orange look, maybe with like a pop of the purple or the green. I'm gonna have to swatch a couple of these for you guys because they're definitely duochrome and you really don't see them until you put them on your hands. I was a bit surprised. So I'm gonna do an eye look, but I think before we do that, I should fix my brows. So I of course got some brow product. They have these adorable little pots called BROWnies. It's a very moussey, creamy formula. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and I will do my brows with this, and then we'll get into a little voiceover eye look so this won't take forever. So I really like this formula. It was very easy to kind of do a light layer and then go back over it to make hair-like strokes, and it was really easy to use on the front of the brow. So thumbs up from me. So now into the palette, I did want to show you guys a couple swatches. So I'm going to grab the duochrome blue, green, purple, and I figured why not go ahead and show you the gold. So I just wanted to show you what these looked like on my hand. Please forgive me for the blue swatch on top. I barely had any product on my finger, I just didn't notice it, but it's a really pretty kind of blue duochrome with like a purpley shift. So now dipping into the palette, I'm just taking a fluffy brush into the first lightest shade. These don't have any shade names, so I'm just using this to set my primer, and then into the second darkest shade, and I'm gonna start working this through the crease. This didn't end up being as dark as I thought it was going to be. That's kind of a theme with these matte shades. So for more depth, I went into the next darkest matte shade and started really warming up that crease. This one stands out a bit more, but not quite enough. So I went straight into that red. And I was light-handed at first. You can see it kind of is like a sheared out red. I wanted a bit more orange tone to this though. So I decided to dip back into that Elysees palette and pull the orange shade French Tart. And this really amps up the look. Then I decided to take a little bit more of a tapered dense brush and really focus that red matte shade into the socket portion because I am going to do a cut crease, so I really want that to be darkened up. And now for the cut crease, I'm just using my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to dot this kind of all over the eyelid, and then you'll see I'm opening my eyes. That kind of gives me the pattern of where I need to go with the concealer to actually show when my eyes are open. I'm just blending that in. So now I'm going into the blue duochrome shade, and I decided to just use my finger at first to place this all over the lid. Unfortunately, the more I started looking at it, I started realizing this was going in a very Tide Pod direction. So I decided to wipe it off, redo the concealer, and go in a completely different direction with the lid color. So I figured the gold would be fun and really nice with the orange. So I started using my finger, and then I decided to try a brush. This is a dry brush, and you can see how pigmented it is. So then just to kind of fix the outer portion, I'm dipping back into the red and kind of deeper crease shade to blend that out. And then a little bit into the second lightest shade just to kind of soften the top. Now just spraying a flat angled brush with some setting spray, and I'm going into the kind of duochrome green shade, and I'm lining my lower lash line with this. Then taking that lighter transition shade, I'm just kind of smoking out the lower lash line. And for highlight, I'm going back into the kind of cheek palette, and I'm using the highlight shade Beignet. All right, we've got 2 more items left for the eyes. So the next thing is the eyeliner. This is a gel eyeliner. This is the color black. It's called their gelatos, and I got black Milk GELato. And it is kind of a very moussey texture, just like the brow product was. So the liner started out really nice. This liner is very easy to use, but as you will see, once I got into the wing, my wings got a little bit out of hand. The one thing I will say about my particular eye shape is I have a very large lid space and hooded eyes, so I have to be very cautious with what angle I use on my wings, otherwise they end up getting really big. So I'm also putting this in my waterline. This actually stays really nicely. So next up I got this, which is their mascara. It's called Eyelash Icing. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and put this on. This is the one. Let's see how this goes. So far, I'm not impressed. It's almost like it's more of a tint than it's a mascara. Smudge proof, lengthening, and volumizing. No, it's not. I mean, I have really long lashes, but I do not like this brush. It is really hard to get it to grip my lashes and deposit a good bit of product. If anything, I feel like it's just tinting my lashes. All right, so because it's kind of like a lighter formula, it does go really nicely on the lower lashes. So it's probably honestly the only place I will personally use this in the future. This I did not like. I mean, my drugstore mascara does better than this, so. And I almost didn't get this, so now I'm a little disappointed that I did, but oh well, now we know. Okay. I'm gonna back you guys out a little bit now. All right, so the eyes are done. The wings are definitely bolder than I had planned. I mean, it kind of goes nicely with the eye look, so I mean, I can't exactly hate on it, but I wish the mascara was a bit bolder. I don't really want to put lashes on because I feel like that kind of detracts from you guys being able to see, you know, what's going on. So, all right, let's finish off the face with the blush and highlighter. I might do like 2 blushes. I'm gonna start with Creme Brulee. Goodness, these have a lot of powder, okay. I really like this color. And ever so softly, because I remember it having a lot of pigment, I'm gonna tap gently into French Tart and just lightly dust it over to kind of give that orangey tone. I like that, it's very pretty. All right, and then highlight. This is Beignet. I will say they make really good highlights. So for lips, I did buy 2 new ones. Like I said, I've already tried their liquid lips before and I absolutely love them, but there were a couple shades I didn't own yet, so I wanted to pick them up. So the 2 new shades I got were Gingersnap and Versailles. Here, I'll put them on the back of my hand real quick. So this is Versailles. It's just a very nice kind of mauve tone. And here we go right there. So that's Gingersnap, which I think is what I'm going to wear. All right, so that is Gingersnap on. I love this color. They have some really good reds. Like if you're looking for a really bold red to wear on a night out, like it's the way to go. But yeah, this is Gingersnap. Love this color. All right guys, so this is my finished look using all of these Beauty Bakerie products. My only complaint about the eyeshadow palette is even though it kind of looks like there's different tones with these mattes, this one, this one, and this one, and this one, they all kind of come off the same like reddy orangey tone. I just kind of wish there would have been a bit more of a variety of different tones in the matte shades. All these, you know, different shimmer and duochrome eyeshadows are gorgeous, very unique, so I really like that. I just have a feeling I'm probably going to end up reaching for a little bit more of a cool toned crease shade or even just different colored crease shades, because like I feel like this kind of reddy orangey color is the only thing this palette allows you to do, and that doesn't necessarily go really nicely with all of these shades. As you saw, like I really wanted to use this blue shade, but because the crease was such like an orangey tone, it just felt like a Tide Pod. So I really love this gold. It's super intense. It kind of reminds me of the Trophy Wife highlighter from Fenty Beauty. Mascara, for me personally, not my cup of tea. I really don't like this. I really just feel like it wasn't very easy to apply. It kind of felt like I was just applying a tint, like just something very loose and watery almost. Like it wasn't grabbing. It went nicely on the lower lash line, so you know, this isn't exactly something I can return, so I will continue to use it, but I probably will just use it as a lower lash mascara. So overall, I really enjoy these products. I will have Beauty Bakerie's website linked in the description box below, as well as the names and colors of all the shades that I purchased. Alright guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this kind of full face first impression slash indie brand spotlight. I really do enjoy doing these, especially with the indie brands. So don't forget to give this video a like below if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!